Yvonne, we can now say you're an author. Congratulations. Your book, The Edge, Outperform, Outshine, and Outlast in Your Career. It's a great book that I started to reading. I'm still in chapter one, which is the clarity, which we talked about earlier. You mentioned 7 lessons in your book. Can you tell us what are they? And the good part about your book is there are a lot of exercises which you can do and write because I feel that people are kind of tired of just reading. They need to take some action. And the exercises is the very good part about this book, which I also recommend everyone. So can you tell us the lessons you mentioned in the book?
All right, thank you for mentioning the book, and it I call it the perfect little book. It's almost like a career Bible
Yes.
because it has all my experience in there, all my experiences. I incorporated it into the book, and one of the fundamental things that every career professional, every ambitious career professional should do is to be a master of their trade. You need to master your craft because if you can master what you do, it will keep you relevant. So it is deliberately sharpening those skills that matter most. So
Hmm.
that is number one. Make sure you're very good at what you do, and people are going to come to you for those things, for those skills. The second lesson is productivity is not about doing more, it is about making an impact. So
Hmm.
be productive. And the second chapter, it's actually the second chapter that talks about how to be productive. And it also has some productivity tools that you might want to implement if you find that you're not getting through your day and you cannot, even if you're in college or even if you're a CEO and you're not good at scheduling and mastering your time. It is very important because being busy isn't about being doing more. As I say, it is about being effective. So it is very, very important. After you have those skills, if you can be productive, then
Hmm.
it's going to be all to naught. And the third thing is uh, um, think strategically. And you're like,
Yes.
Yvonne, what is strategic thinking doing in my career? Yes, because if you do not think strategically and not just about tasks and tactical things, you will not be able to align your skills with the organizational goals. And
Correct.
if you're able to align your skills with the big picture, you're going to be known for your impact. What impact are you making on the organization? Because as we know, you're hired because you can solve problems.
Hmm.
And when you think strategically and align your skills and goals and experience with the organizations, it's a win-win for you. Now, number four is a big one. Number four is a life skill that many people have not learned yet, and it is the skills of resilience. The
Yes.
skills of resilience is learned with experience, but many young people don't have all the experience yet, right? And then when things happen, they fade.
Hmm.
But setbacks are inevitable. And between you and I, you know that setbacks are inevitable. You're gonna get rejections. Your companies might restructure. You might have some missed opportunities. But you know what? The people who survive those and thrive and outperform and outlast are the people who can see those setbacks differently.
Hmm.
And when you have a lot of experience, you see the setbacks as set up for something better. When you have a loss, you see it as as something to leverage to be
Hmm.
better. But when you don't
Yes.
have the experience and it hasn't happened to you, especially some of the young people, they're not going to see it that way. So you have to make sure that you build the skills of resilience,
Yes.
especially at the workplace.
Correct.
Number five, talk about relationship and
Yes.
influence that
Yes.
matters. Now, Yvonne, why are you talking about relationships so much? Because especially in this world, in this digital world, again, relationships are going to matter and
Very
you
much.
cannot build on your own.
Correct.
You are not going to be able to get a promotion on your own. You're not going to be, even now, we're talking about newcomers coming to Canada. We are saying you cannot do it alone.
Hmm.
So at the workplace or wherever you have to build those relationships, and that is very, very important because careers do not grow in isolation. There are no self-made anybody around. There is somebody that you are going to find in your job, in your workplace, that may be your advocate or your mentor. So
Hmm.
those are things that we talk about separately, how to find a mentor, how to find an advocate in the workplace so that your name can be called when you're not in the room.
Correct.
The next one is, I'm doing it pretty good and pretty
Yes.
fast, right? So
Thank
the
you.
next one is visibility is not optional. It's a little bit different from what I talked about a while ago because if you're not visible, you will be overlooked.
Yeah. People will not remember you.
They're not going to remember you. And even in the workplace, if you need to get a promotion, visibility is important because you have to advocate for yourself. And that is so very important. And you have to do this without feeling self promotional. You have to learn how to communicate and build those relationships. So that is the visibility.
Yeah.
Now, where are we at number? That was number 6 and number
Six.
7.
Yes, that was number six. Now, final number seven.
Number 7 is that you should build a career that leaves a lasting legacy.
Yeah. What's your
One
legacy?
of the reasons why people are tired of their job is because they see it as a job and as a job title.
Hmm.
They do not see it as a career that their legacy to leave.
Correct.
And when you're at the workplace, we call it no stingy energy. We
Hmm.
call it, because some people like to get, and we call it no gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Because when you gatekeep a lot, nobody knows what's here. Nobody knows what you know. So what you're going to do is you are going to start, as soon as you are in a job, start mentoring some people.
Hmm.
Start leaving something behind, especially you deal with executives, I deal with executives, and you need to leave that lasting legacy so you can teach somebody in those organizations the things you know.
Yes.
No gatekeeping, right? And no stingy energy.
Yeah.
And you will build a lasting career, a career that lasts beyond that job and
Yeah.
that job title.
Those are great tips, Yvonne. Thank you very much. And again, for the audience, I'll put the link of the book that I recommend in 2026 to read. And with that, my interview comes to an end. Again, thank you, Yvonne, for all the great tips that you've provided. And for the audience watching or listening, if you haven't watched the previous video, you can go back and watch them and comment. And if you have any other questions, you can reach to us on our social platforms. We are more than happy to answer your questions. And again, Yvonne, thank you very much. Let's keep in touch.